Hey guys, welcome in. This is week one of a new Regulation G draft league that we're doing, and I just wanted to take you through the week one team and battle. So here on the left, you can see my team. We are the Maryland Blue Krabbys, and we wound up with Groudon as our restricted Pokemon in the first round. So we have the Sun. So we built like a Sun team, but it's not like required to have the Sun out. These are from left to right, are the order in the rounds in which they were taken. So we have Raging Bolt, that photosynthesis synergy there. Magmar for Follow Me, and it was just a good cost at only 9. We have Roaring Moon for photosynthesis. Bronzong just works great with Groudon. Jump Luff works in the sun with Chlorophyll, Tailwind, and some other supporting moves like Rage Powder and Sleep Powder. And Sylveon works great. We've got Bronzong there for Trick Room. Sylveon works under Trick Room. And it's just a fairy type that is kind of hard to come by in draft. We have Infernape that does just about everything. He's going to pull a lot of weight, I hope, throughout the league. I love the fake out Pokemon, and I like his stab, and I love having a fast Encore. And I just like the very versatile sets that he can have. Then we got Grookey. He's chilling. He's there, and he was 1 point, so he's waving along with us. This week, we are going up against the Mewtwo team, and I have Eric here on the line with me. Eric, if you were able to chime in, you want to introduce my opponent's roster?
Hey, yeah, how's it going? So we have a team that really seems it's full of duos. We have Mewtwo and Indeedee. Indeedee female setting the Psychic Terrain for Mewtwo to just launch some Psy spams,
Yeah.
protect it from those priority fake outs, and just set the terrain automatically, followed by Follow Me, and just really hard to get around in general. Need some spread moves or something to figure out that lead even. To continue the duos, we have Galarian Wheezing turning off all abilities and slacking with the worst ability in the game, but some of the best stats in the game for a non-restricted. Slacking has a coverage move for almost every type, and it's impossible to know what he's going to bring. If your Pokemon has a weakness, it's going to have a move for it, and it's just pretty absurd, especially with Terra being able to make anything it wants stabbed. The next kind of duo would be Rain, I would say. So Politoed +1 is what I would normally see as a duo. So Politoed setting Drizzle, and then you have Blastoise that can run a bunch of different sets with Shell Smash or just fake out support or Water Spout. There's a bunch of different things this Blastoise can do, and in the Rain, beside a Politoed with something like Weather Ball and Encore is just great to have beside it. Inteleon is similar to Blastoise, but it's doing really just damage. It does damage and it does it well, and when it's in the rain, it does even more. Annihilate is probably their first non-duo, but it's just a great mon in general. It can be, the bulk up, Rage Fist, Drain Punch kind of Annihilate, or it could run Resto Chesto. It can just be a coaching Final Gambit Scarfmon. So it really doesn't need a duo. It just, in a closed team sheet setting, can just surprise you with whatever it wants. Flygon, Raichu, Tinkatuff, all still good, lower cost mons, but less value as a duo, I felt like, when I was looking through this team personally.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, looking at this, I know the Mewtwo's coming, and if it's coming, I think Indeedee's coming. And then I think Politoed and at least one of the water types is coming, and then it's probably Wheezing and Slacking is really what I was preparing for and trying to build up against. I think you outlined that really well. Thank you. Just a quick image here, just showing you the speed tiers. Looking up at the top here, the max speed that Roaring Moon can get up to is 188. That's before photosynthesis, so basically we need to make sure that our speed is higher than our attack so that when photosynthesis boost goes off, we get the stat boost on speed, and then we will outspeed anything on his team, barring like a choice Scarfed Mewtwo or Tailwind getting set up or what have you. And then I want to make note here at the bottom, Bronzong's the slowest thing on the field, so if we wanted to bring a Trick Room option, it's the slowest Pokemon, and then Sylveon and Wheezing speed tie with it, with each other rather. So I would need to make Sylveon a little bit slower if I wanted to ensure that, or not ensure, but if I wanted to see if to try and underspeed it in Trick Room environment. think that's it. So let's get into the team. We're gonna bring Roaring Moon. This thing is just so powerful. The photosynthesis that increases, whatever its highest stat is. So before we dig into the EVs in nature, just take a look at the bar here, and we did it so that his speed was up to 188, and then the attack was, so his speed is maxed, and then his attack was just one under that. So we got as high as an attack as we could while still staying underneath the speed stat. We poured the rest of the EVs into just some bulk HP and such, and that's how we came up with the Roaring Moon. We giving him the booster energy item that will trigger the photosynthesis when he hits the field, and we're using Terra type of Ghost to avoid like fake out from Blastoise, that kind of thing. The moveset that we went with here, we did both. So I know this looks funny to start, but we did knockoff and jaw lock. The thought process being that definitely expecting the Mewtwo and DD lead at least one of the games, and we're looking to lead with Roaring Moon, and I'm thinking that one of them is going to bring the Psychic Seed. So if it has a Psychic Seed and consumes it, then knockoff is no longer good. So Jawlock becomes better, and seeds the target after inflicting damage means that it can't retreat. So I brought 2 different dark moves on it. It has the booster energy item, so then it triggers the acrobatics as it comes into play. So that's our other coverage move that we brought, and we're bringing Tailwind to ensure or to try and win the speed war. Of course, our restricted comes to the battle. This is Groudon. He comes in, he sets the sun. I do want to point out, and something that we should have already explained, but for this draft, you're not able to use Terra on your restricted Pokemon. So the Mewtwo is stuck as a Psychic type, which is why Roaring Moon's Dark type attacks are planned to be kind of good, but our Groudon cannot Terra into fire or anything, so not able to use Terra on your restricted. Otherwise it's a closed team sheet format, and but open Terra, meaning that the Terra types of your opponents, but you don't know the move sets or ability spreads or anything. So we're bringing the ability shield. We're worried about that Galarian wheezing, and we want to be able to set up the sun as Groudon comes in. We're maxing his attack through the nature, and we're taking a negative speed, and to have a slightly lower speed there. And on the IVs, so he's basically min speed. The moves are pretty standard here. Precipice Blades and Heat Crash pair well together, and Thunder Punch gives us the coverage on the water types that are probably coming. And we're going to protect, because especially not being able to defensively Terra, we're going to have to protect, right? We're going to bring Bronzong with Levitate and Terra type of Ghost to avoid Fake Out again from the potential Blastoise. And he's carrying the Mental Herb so that he can try and get off a Trick Room. We're making him specially defensive, but still has bulk on the defensive side, and making him as slow as we can, I believe. No, I guess I didn't have to, because he undersped everything, so the IVs didn't have to go down. But we are bringing the moveset here. We're bringing Expanding Force. It's kind of fun, right? We're going to take advantage of the opponent's psychic terrain to use our own Expanding Force. And then we're doing Hypnosis, Gravity, Trick Room. So the idea here being he comes out, sets Trick Room, he comes out next to Groudon, sets a Trick Room, and then uses Gravity to allow Groudon to hit everything. All the flying types, all the levitators can now be hit by ground moves. And then he starts throwing out Hypnosis that now have 100% accuracy because of Gravity. Pretty lethal combination if we can get it off, and we just need to be able to set the Trick Room through the Mental Herb. We're also going to bring Raging Bolt, Terra type of Fairy for a defensive Terra, and we have the Assault Vest. This is one of my favorite Raging Bolt sets to run, and it just, you max out the special attack, make it hit as hard as it can, and then use its priority Thunderclap move, and you're especially defensive, hard to kill, and you've got great stab, and then you have Snarl obviously because he has the psychic types that we think are prominent. But, as you mentioned, Eric, there's the psychic types and the water types that we think are coming, and this thing hits both of them super effectively through this moveset. So this was a strong bring, I think. Infernape's coming. He's got... he's set up to outspeed a lot of the team. Terra type is Stellar just to hit a little bit harder, and a Focus Sash to try and get at least 2 moves off. He's going fast. He's hitting hard. Close combat is really the only thing that he's dealing damage with other than Fake Out. But we've got a fast Encore to try and trap them in something like Protect or a Rain Dance or whatever they might try and do, and then Helping Hand in a pinch just to if like he's caught under a Trick Room or we just need to be able to do something else. Sylveon was made min speed here to operate under Trick Room. Terra type of Fairy, we're just going to hit as hard as we can with Pixelate. Pixelate turns Hyper Voice into a Fairy type attack, spread attack, give him a Life Orb, and with the Quiet Nature, that's a special attack boosting nature, so we're going to hit as hard as possible with Sylveon here. HP EVs, and it's really clicking Hyper Voice. I don't expect to use these other moves, but if we need to use Moonblast, we have it. Psychic is there for the coverage against Wheezing, and because I kind of otherwise have trouble against it, and especially if Pixelate is turned off via Wheezing. That's why we have the Moonblast and Psychic there. And then Sunny Day if we just need to reset it for some reason or another. But in practicing with Eric, thank you for reminding me that Politoed gets Encore and is faster than Sylveon, so we can't get stuck into Sunny Day or else we're in a bad loop. So I just need to be aware. So here's the team summary. This is how, this is what we're going to bring. And let's get into the week 1 games. So, unfortunately, week 1, we're going to have to show via replay in the future for the drafts. For the battles in this league, we'll have them recorded live, but just weren't quite all set up to be able to do that by week 1. So, Eric, if you're still there, you want to kind of commentate and talk through this match?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think first things first, we were shocked that there was no Wheezing, which meant there's no slacking. So
spent a lot of time prepping for that Wheezing slacking.
Yeah, it always happens that way, but they definitely seemed like they thought you were going Sun, so they were going Rain, is what this team looked like to me.
Yeah, I agree. And I kind of made that a focus of the team to be like, it operates well under Sun, but it doesn't need to have the Sun to still do well. So, but yeah, I mean, he brought all 3 of the water types up against us, so.
Yeah, with then triple, and you can see Terra's there on the right. Triple Terra Grass on those Mons looks like, really afraid of 1, Precipice Blades, and 2, just trying to get some bonus damage on that ground type if needed between Terra Blast or just a Grass Stab move.
Yep. Possibly some fear of Jump Luff too with Rage Powder. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and hit play and we can watch and see how it plays out.
Yeah.
So they open up here with Blastoise and Raichu. They do catch me on trying to use the Fake Out and get denied, but Roaring Moon comes in for a revenge kill there. But the Blastoise, I'm going to go ahead and click pause here for a second. The Blastoise is revealed to have the Shell Smash and the, what's the item? The White Herb.
Yeah, I think we were surprised by Raichu in the first place and wasn't really sure what it was going to do when it has that terrain speed ability without any way to really set the terrain. But I think they did a pretty good job with a weird moveset. Got you with that upper hand, like you were saying, but then did end up getting one shot.
Yep. Baited out my Terra though
really
too.
Prepped it up, yeah.
Yeah, I for fear of Fake Out from either one of the Pokemon, I used my Ghost Terra on Roaring Moon. So. All right, Politoed comes out, sets the rain, and now we're in a scary position here with Blastoise having double attack and special attack and speed. However, not faster than Roaring Moon still. hit it with a Jaw Lock because it lost its item, and we just double into Blastoise. It's obviously not protecting there because it's boosted and wants to get off attacks, so we were able to take it out. And Inteleon comes in. So really, he brought all three of the water types here. Mewtwo didn't even come.
Yeah, I think this shows a case of he was not sure what your threat was going to be. He was afraid of that Infernape, sent an Ice Beam into an Infernape with Blastoise instead of even a Spread Water move. And then once he realized Roaring Moon was the issue, had to switch to trying to kill that Roaring Moon. So really, the split damage just didn't add up enough.
That's right.
So I think really solid win on that first game. Surprises all around, not seeing Mewtwo, not seeing the Weezing even in the team to begin with. The Raichu did, surprise you with the upper hand, but not enough that I think he even won turn one, so see really what they could do into game two.
Yeah, so as we go into game two, I'm thinking, all right, probably he's probably going to try and switch up his lead, right? Because that one didn't work. So we're kind of expecting the Mewtwo and DD to come here. Let's see how that plays out. Let the abilities play here. I'm just going to click pause. All right, so as turn one starts, we see the sun is set up from Groudon, and it's not Indeedee, it's Mewtwo, but Mewtwo next to Raichu. We've led with our Trick Room setup, and we're going to try and, we have Mineral Herb on the Bronzong, and we're going to try and get Trick Room set up here. So we use a Terra Ghost to avoid Fake Out, and we Protect on the Groudon. He does use Feint on the Protect, and we eat an Ice Beam, but it's not quite enough. That's a brutal, that's just brutal there. I'm pausing it here at the end of turn one. So Groudon lives at 4% and is now under Trick Room and slower than both of his Pokemon. Not a good spot to be in.
Yeah, I think it showed some tough spots. It just really kind of got called twice in turn one between upper hand and then Feint, but still just was not able to capitalize on it.
Yep, did not see Feint coming. So he weakened down the Groudon and then is still able to finish it off here with a priority attack. So unfortunate for us, but what's Bronzong? Bronzong's still the slowest Pokemon in the match. So let's see what he's able to do. Does set up Gravity. We're gonna use Hypnosis on the following turn, and we bring out Raging Bolt because the sun is still up, and we grab that special attack boost now to have really high special attack.
You do get the call right there, and Inteleon is the one that protects, and are able to get the sleep on Raichu, which is just great at that point.
Yep, yeah. So there, in thinking of a Protect, you might be trying to stall turns. We kind of split our focus. We're trying to attack Inteleon, sleep Raichu. And Inteleon did Protect, but we got the sleep off, you're right. And DD comes out and eats a sleep, takes a Thunderbolt.
So probably trying to switch into a DD there and hoping he can just catch a Thunderclap or something like that in that spot. But just eats a sleep instead.
Yep.
You get to show off your little Expanding Force tech for a nice 20% damage total.
That's right. And we spread move down using Snarl. Raichu wakes up and tries to get out of there. Brings in Mewtwo under Psychic Terrain. Interestingly, having pressure. Oh, Ice Beam Freeze.
Gets the freeze, and that shows Raichu also has Volt Switch. So upper hand Feint Volt Switch is what's on that Raichu at this point. And a second Trick Room might just seal that, because that is rough to go through another 5 turns.
Yep. We're frozen. We bring out Sylveon. Throw a priority, or a 100% accurate. Oh, no, actually, Gravity had fallen off, huh? So we actually rolled the dice and got a 60% sleep here, but we were fortunate enough to hit it. Put Mewtwo to sleep as Sylveon comes in. Bronzong tanks a Shadow Ball. And we reset up the Gravity, and Hyper Voices start coming out. Spread the sleep.
First turn of sleep on Mewtwo, guaranteed, and then by that's Sylveon that talked about in team prep, just able to throw out so much damage.
Yep. He's Bronzong functioning kind of like Moongus does sometimes, and just putting things to sleep before they can move. I throw out the GG, don't get one back, but
no,
hey,
if you
GG.
sleep 3 out of 4 mons, I don't know if the GG happens.
Asking for a sleep clause or something. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a tough one, tough one. But hey, good 2-0 start for the Maryland Blue Krabbys. Tune in next week, and we'll see if we can keep this going. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, thanks for watching. This is a brand new channel. Thanks for helping to build it up. Please just like, comment, subscribe. Help me grow this channel, and we will be posting our videos of the matches weekly. Thanks.